Hey, you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! Boost! I'm YouTube famous now, available in 2018. The album, Dad AF Woke. Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Prada. Okay, let's get right into this video. So, today's video is a drama commentary video. It's the kind of video that I love to make because it's absolutely hilarious what happened to me. And I know people take it very, very seriously. Very seriously. The world is such a serious place these days, isn't it? So anyway, but I kind of rolled across what Elijah Daniel was getting himself into, the fire that he lit, so to speak, on Twitter yesterday. And it just cracked my ass up completely. Like, I just was like laughing my ass off reading all of this and how seriously people take all this kind of stuff. So anyway, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna make a video about this. I'm gonna kind of put my 2 cents into it. But I love just like finding the hilarious fun stuff on social media. I mean, that's what it should be about anyway. Or is it about networking? If you're over 40, it's supposed to be about networking, right? Like when you go to those accounts and they like follow 137,000 people and they have like 136,000 followers. Fake! That's fake, see? So anyway, but they follow everybody. So anyway, yes, I know you have 100,000 plus followers, but you're fake, okay? So anyway, but I love doing that. I love going over to the Facebook and seeing all the funny videos. That's basically what Facebook is at this point. Now, I'm posting funny videos over there now, too, so go check out my Facebook page. It's linked below. But anyway, so I came across this meme. I don't know, maybe I'll do like a meme of the week. It's not really a meme. It was like a tweet that was put out. And it was put out by Chef Preem, or at Posh Presh. And I will put the picture up right here. And she... I don't know why, the comments underneath it are so hilarious, and she wrote, what my friend in the U.S. ordered from our Nigerian tailor versus what our Nigerian tailor delivered. 50,000 gone, graduation dress ruined, okay? Now, when you look at it at first, it's not that hilarious until you break down the pictures, okay? So let me put the pictures side by side of what the dress they ordered was versus the dress that they actually got, okay? So here that picture is. Okay, so as bad as I feel, so don't be coming for me, okay? Don't be saying, she feels so bad about the dress, she ruined it. She has retweeted all of the funny, like, tweets and things that people have said, okay? So I think she knows that it's humorous as well. But when you go underneath here, it is absolutely hilarious what people said. People are, like, questioning how much, like, the price of it was, and they're saying that it translates into $137.55 for those wondering. And then somebody said, okay, the tailor did a bad job, but why is she standing like she wants to fly? And somebody said she wants to fly away from this mess. And then somebody said, best reply this month. And so somebody said that this tailor was recommended to her. And somebody said, that person really don't like your friend. Okay, and then it just goes on and on and on. People are like, all these gifts, all these memes underneath here. And somebody was like, for a minute I thought y'all actually paid 50,000 in US dollars. My reaction was gonna be like, so these are hilarious. You guys have got to go underneath here and read. There are so many comments and they are so hilarious. And then somebody put December versus January, and she put little crying emojis. And it just goes on and on and on. Somebody put, this was done by a carpenter, not a tailor. So anyway. And somebody said, there is nothing wrong with this outfit. She must remove the red thing under, and her socks iron isn't. Obviously, she will not look like the slim gal on the left. The only thing that's off is the material for the polka dot. And somebody said, that whole outfit is wrong. There's no shoulder pads. The cut of the blazer is too low on the waist. The draping of the material is wrong. Don't get me started on the material they used or that polka dot. And then somebody said, the blues don't even look to be the same color, and I'm even taking lighting into account. The bow is atrocious. And I'm sitting here reading this, and I'm like, are people seriously taking this serious? So anyway, Chef Preem, I feel so bad for you that you got the wrong dress. I think it's hideous. I think it's horrible. And I think it's the holiday joke. So I am glad that you got a lot of attention off of this tweet because I think you deserve it. Because out of all of that, I think it's hilarious. And thank you for bringing me a little bit of joy. So I don't know. I might do like the meme of the week or whatever because I think it's kind of funny. So anyway, one that I find. And then you guys will be like, well, that meme has been going around for 2 years. Well, I'm old, you know. So anyway... So I saw all this stuff going on with Elijah Daniel yesterday. Let me pull up his, hold on a second. Let me pull up his Twitter. So I was going through here and I noticed that he tweeted out, now a little background story, okay? Everybody, because I started this review channel called Peter Review Stuff, and everybody wanted me to review the chilling adventures of Sabrina whatever. And I really struggled getting into this show. Now, my husband, he loves all the CW shows and whatever, but they're so completely cheesy, okay? If you love them, I get it, okay? I watched the whole first season of Riverdale, so I feel like I can speak on this, okay, a little bit. I also watched the first episode or second episode of the new season of Riverdale, and it's just really poor writing. I'm sorry. So anyway, so Elijah Daniel, he tweets out, hold on, where is it? I'm like way past it now. I'm like on the 7th of December. On the 7th of December. So he says, oh my God, okay. Does the Riverdale fan base know the show sucks and don't care, or do they just not know? And this caused such a controversy, okay? Now, before we get into this, let's just talk about the year that Elijah Daniel has had, okay? He and Christine went their separate ways, number one. He has remained in a relationship with his boyfriend. He's gone on tour, okay? And he has taken on several people. President Trump, for one, the Westboro Baptist Church, for two, which is, I made a video about that, and then he and I ended up talking about it because we kind of saw differently, but, you know, I think one thing about Elijah is this, and I've kind of viewed him a little bit differently, I would say, in the last couple months, in that, you know, I think he's the younger generation of, you know, like a gay outspoken man, and I am the older generation, obviously, of a gay outspoken man, and I think it'd be kind of interesting sometimes just to sit down with him, because I think that very much, like, our perspectives are probably similar. We just vocalize them in different ways, if that makes sense. And so, we actually got to talk a little bit, and he was very, very nice. But if you go underneath here, underneath this tweet where he says, does the Riverdale fan base know that show sucks and don't care, or do they just not know? And all these people come for him, okay? They're like, we just don't care. We're just here to see Cole Sprouse in varying shades of gray and sometimes shirtless. And somebody says, we 100% are aware and don't care at all. Actually, it doesn't suck that much. It's just always overdramatic. For example, when Cheryl walks into any room in slow-mo with badass music and a super dramatic outfit, it's the best thing over. Too often, I can't take them serious, but there is, okay, but then there is Cole and Lily and KJ. So if you go into and somebody says, don't forget the hair flip, LOL, and then somebody put facts, LMAO. Okay, first of all, this show don't make no sense, okay? It's like that Pretty Little Liars show that my husband watched all 7 seasons of it, and then at the end of it, he was like, it ended so dumb, I was so mad. It doesn't make any sense, okay? First of all, let's talk about Veronica. Now, I don't know what kind of small town, you know, I'm from Indiana, okay? I've seen small towns all over Indiana, just like Riverdale, okay? Let me tell you something. There is no apartment in these small, now there might be a Swifty gas station full serve, okay? There might be, I don't know, the truck stop where you go and you play some video games and get you some like onion rings and ranch dressing, okay, which they don't do all that. They got the mom and the pop shop, which I understand that it's all modeled after Archie comics, and I think that part's real cute. I think it's colorful and all that kind of stuff, right? So that's okay. I get all that, right? But what apartment building in some small-ass town in the Midwest has a penthouse apartment on it where some mobster is coming to live with his wife and daughter after he gets out of jail? Okay? Seriously, it's just a bunch of bullshit. Okay? They could blow it out their ass. I ain't buying it. And then, I'm in the middle of that Sabrina, the teenage witch, the witchy poo, or whatever. I don't know. That show's okay. I don't understand why her cousin can't leave the house. That's why it's so confusing to me. And is he gay? I don't know. I said that to my husband. He goes, yes, like he like hooked up with some dude at the beginning of it. I go, well, I guess this ain't a CW show, because they, you know what. So anyway, but like then all of a sudden I'm watching that, and I think it's called Green River or Greendale or something. They're like one town over from Riverdale. Did you know that? So basically, Sabrina and Archie, they could date and have a crossover show at some point and call it, I don't know, Half Muggle, but that's from Harry Potter, so it wouldn't make any sense. I just so confused about all of this, okay? And you know, let me tell you, okay? And I know why this happened. So if you go underneath here, or underneath this saying, all these people say, so this KJ, hold on a second. Is this the person that plays Archie? Yes. Is this the person that plays Archie? KJ Appa. He tweets out, do your fans know that you're a fucking idiot, or do they just not care? Archie! Oh my lord! Such language from a CW actor. What are you teaching the children? And then Elijah tweets out, hold on a second. He tweets out, he retweets it and says, they know, they just don't care, right? And this is so interesting to me that now all of the cast is getting really upset about this, okay? By the way, if you didn't know, Archie, he's really from Australia and his hair's not really red. So, okay. And then Elijah said, I guess me and KJ aren't in game. Okay, but then it gets even better because, hold on, where is it? Okay. So, where is the Ashley girl? So this Ashley Murray, she tweets out, LOL, he's worried about a fan base when none of us know who he is. People recognize me from the back of my head. What do you do? And he tweets out at her, I had to Google who you were to even know you're on that show, and how are you bragging about how many fans you have when you have less followers than me? Like, sis, this is embarrassing. Okay, so now we got a bunch of 20-year-olds, okay, fighting out over how many Instagram followers or Twitter followers. So who cares? Blowing out their ass, okay? It's all of it so stupid. Embarrassing. All I said was your show isn't that good anymore. Why y'all so mad I can't breathe? And literally all these people go crazy, okay? So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, now I've watched a whole season of this Riverdale, Greendale, whatever it is, and I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't understand all this, okay? Now the last time I was watching it, Archie was having a mental breakdown and sitting in the hallway with a bat because he was going to take out the killer and all that kind of stuff. Listen, okay, you kids, you think you got it all figured out with this Riverdale show. What you don't know, okay, is that basically what Riverdale is casting all of the, like, D-list actors from the 80s that I watched, okay? Like Luke from 90210 and all the people that play the moms and all the things in there. They all were in shows that we watched in the 90s, like Melrose Place and all that kind of stuff, okay? They're just a bunch of has-beens. That's all it is, okay? I know y'all love the mystery and all that kind of stuff. And anyway, I do kind of like that girl with the long red hair. I mean, I love the villainess and anything, and she's just kind of straight up an evil bitch. And she burns houses down and kills people and all kinds of stuff. Everybody like, what? She's just a cheerleader. So anyway, I mean, I guess that's just a CW show. You know what I mean? But I kind of like that Elijah called it all out. So then I'm like, well, who's this Ashley girl? I never heard of her. I know I watched that show for a whole year, right? So I go up in there and I Google her, and guess who she is? Josie and the Pussycats. They are the most worthless part of that show, too, okay? They don't make no sense except for that the mom is like the mayor of this town, right? Well, what I don't ever understand is if the mother's the mayor of the town, why she ain't not living up in that penthouse? It doesn't make any sense. This is kind of turning into a rant video. Maybe that's my thing anyway. I'm so done with all these CW shows, and I quite frankly should be at 46 years old anyway. I guess I should be watching the History Channel, but history bores the ass off me. It just makes me feel older than it is. Which is why I go over and I watch Ancient Aliens and all that kind of shit, okay? Because that's more interesting to me. That's the past and the future, I guess. So anyway, she tweets out and she says, LOL. So then, okay, she goes up here because then she wants to correct herself, right? And she says, because all these people come for her, right? Because so now what it is this battle of the stands going on, see? Okay, the Riverdale stands and the Elijah Daniel fans, where they're all about the same age, so it don't matter, okay? But let's just be for real, okay? If this was going to be a rumble in Riverdale, whose fans would you want on your side? I know I would want Elijah Daniels fans on my side, okay? That's a tough group right there. So then she tweets out after all this, okay, because she just wants to wear pussycat hats and things like, what's her name? Ariana Grande, next. So anyway, next, thank you. But anyway, you know, she just wants to wear those ears and play her music and just deny Archie again that he can't play in the band, even though he's the best singer in the entire world. You all think he sings his own songs. It's just so stupid. But anyway, so I'm like, who is this girl, okay? So she's at Josie and the Pussycats. Well, then she wants to come correct because all these people, they come for her, right? So she tweets out, it was never about his opinion. It's not my man's kind of show either. I petty-walked because I got I go for my friends, and regardless of taste, we all work very hard. What? Was it necessary? Nah. Lesson, you give it to Twitterverse, it'll be delivered. You don't get to decide how it's received. And as I'm watching or looking at it, it still is getting so many comments. We love you so much, Queen. And y'all, I love her, Bloop. I love you always, but especially for this and all this kind of stuff. So now, what Elijah Daniel has done effectively is brought more attention to himself, okay, for just kind of being a problematic badass, trying to always come for somebody. Who's he coming for next? Sesame Street? It just cracks my ass up so much, and I kind of live for it. And this is the thing, okay? I have a feeling that his next track that will be coming out will be called Archie, or Hey Archie. And I would kind of live for it. I think that would be kind of funny, right? It doesn't really matter. Listen, we take all this shit too seriously. I don't know what y'all were doing when you were 15 years old, okay? But I was smoking cigarettes with my girlfriends. We were driving around town looking at cute boys, okay? We weren't worried about some TV show and if you liked it or not. If somebody didn't like a TV show, I'd be like, well, I guess, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't that deep to me. Why are we so serious about this stuff anymore, okay? That if you come for somebody, it's like, it is so hilarious to me, all of it, right? So anyway, let me know. I'm going to put it in the comments. I'm going to put a little poll up. Are you a Riverdale fan? Are you a Elijah Daniel fan? Or who'd care? You always have to include the who'd care, you know what I mean? Or, I mean, I could include over there, like, are you a Pretty Little Liars fan? And then this is what kills me, right? Is when you watch a show for a long time, and then all of a sudden, like, one of the characters shows up on another show, and you can't see him any other way. I was talking about this in a vlog one night. Did y'all watch that show? What's it called? Oh my God, my husband loved that show so much. I almost said with Blythe Dan or Blake Lively. That just showed my age, truly, didn't it? Gossip Girl. My husband loved that show so much, okay? But do you know Blake Lively's brother that went to the psychiatric hospital? I mean, basically, these shows, okay, are like Days of Our Lives and Young and the Restless for teenagers, okay? That's what it is. So anyway, because I used to watch those shows back in the day. My grandma, she'd smoke a pack of Salem sitting right there, okay? And we would watch, what was it? We would watch, All My Children, One Life to Live, and General Hospital, back to back. That's what I did with my grandma in the summers. And I started asking questions. I say, well, Grandma, what about Luke and Laura? She goes, be quiet while Grandma's watching her stories. So anyway, I mean, that's basically what it is today, okay? But y'all remember when Gossip Girl, when they kicked that boy off the show because he was in a psychiatric hospital, they didn't need him anymore? And then they moved him over to Revenge. Do you remember that? That show, Revenge? I could only get about 2 seasons into that show, too. It was stupid. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I can't wait for the release of the new song by Elijah Daniel, Hey Archie. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.